forbid you just tell him no, U.S.
That's U.S., not U.S.
Baby, let's do it again. I'm guaranteed to offend. I just got out the pen. I'm unstable. Pass me the mic under the table. I'm able with the cable. It's a ghost town fable. Straight rockin'. Got the wobbles and the weebles. Went solo like Mario Van Peebles. Don't care what you say. I like cream corn and it can't hear what you say. Cause I got free porn. I'm running the show like Claude Rollet. I'd fuck Lisa Loeb when the bitch would stay. I'll come to your door selling Mary Kay. Best buy or you die today. So just don't mess. Don't mess with the U.S. Don't mess. Don't mess with the U.S. Don't mess. Don't mess with the U.S. Just don't mess with the U.S. If you mess with U.S., then you're gonna get shot. Pipe Daddy, rock the mic like a freight train. Talk too much shit, get through slugs to the brain. These bass-head bitches break into my home. They eat all my food and they use my phone. Pipe
Throwbacks.
Damn.
That's right.
Is that Jeff Gerstmann?
That is my man, Jeff Gerstmann.
Oh my god.
From his collective, I believe this is Midnight Brown.
Oh my god. He's killing that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
I rediscovered all of Jeff Gerstmann's discography, and so you can look forward to having that be all of our intros and outros to safely avoid copyright from now on. Because it's all
he's a pretty litigious guy,
gold.
Though, so
Yeah, right.
You gotta
exactly.
watch out for Jeff. Tasteful high passes. All right. Anyways. Do you have bits?
Well, if I say I have bits, that kind of ruin. You can't just say that they're bits before you do.
Okay, let's have a totally organic conversation. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey, Declan, how are you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm doing a good.
I'm doing a good.
I didn't say a good.
Well, that's great. I'm also doing a good.
That's good. That's good. That's cool.
What's been going on in your good life, my guy?
Let's see. Oh, I have dozens of Mormons arguing in my Twitter mentions because someone tweeted a funny picture of a bunch of, it's like a billboard of a bunch of black guys, and also Lenin is there.
Okay.
So I just replied with a picture from the Dave Chappelle racial draft sketch.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Because no one else had yet, so I figured I might as well. And then someone replied to that who was Mormon, and now I've just had people arguing about fucking Mormonism for 2 days, and they won't fucking untag me. I've asked them to. They won't. So every fucking 8 seconds, I get 8 notifications of 8 new people have interacted with this conversation that I was never a part of.
Well, Mormons they're typically very kind, right? What are these heated arguments?
No, one guy does not like Mormons, and that's really the source of the.
Oh, leave the Mormons alone.
I don't. I should step, because it was a cute black lady who was the Mormon. I should really step in and be her knight in shining armor.
Yes, absolutely.
Mormonism originated up here. I bet maybe she lives nearby.
Yeah, dude, you could take her to the Hill Cumorah pageant.
She looks like she might be a little over the. She might be a little might have some extra.
Hey man,
some extra lady on her. I don't know.
She's ready for our post-apocalyptic wasteland future.
She could probably survive a few weeks. No food.
For sure. Oh well, that's really something. Yeah, you want Mormons around you. They drive up property values because they're such good neighbors. Actually,
that is true.
Well, I'm gonna jump into those comments and start some shit. I'm gonna get into heated arguments. I might even just convert to Mormonism, honestly. For the sake of this bit.
These tweets made me convert to Mormonism. Thank you, everyone, for these hundreds and hundreds of notifications.
Is it really that many?
Yeah, it's so, because every time anyone likes one of the tweets,
oh god,
or replies or likes one of the replies. Yeah, it just lets me know.
Oh,
So-
that's good.
So yeah, it's just and there's I mean I guess it's only like probably less than 20 replies, but still just so much. One guy just started explaining everything about Mormonism. He went on a whole thread on his own. I got
Does
noticed.
this guy think that Mormons don't know that their religion is crazy? Like everybody, do people not realize that everybody in Mormonism is in on the gag?
Yeah, I mean they're just trying to take over the world. Like they're all just trying to get into the CIA and like and take over the Western Hemisphere, right? So it's like, yeah, I don't.
Do people think that religions are actually like you're throwing yourself into like an actual ideology, or like there's like some sort of belief in a higher power that goes along with religion? That's a faction, my guy. I don't know. That's a. What's going on in that person's life where they're wasting their fucking time on that?
Which one?
The guy who is arguing with Mormons on Twitter.
I think he's just fucking with them because he's saying, because he's going, I think it's cool that it was legal to kill Mormons in Missouri until 1976.
That's pretty good. Never mind, I take it back.
And his Avi is him and Joker, is a guy in Joker makeup. So I think he's just been fucking. It's just Mormons getting trolled for fucking 24 hours.
I hope this guy listens to our podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the kind of guy I want listening. Well, that's good. Anything else you got going on? How's Kitty Cat?
She just tried to stuff herself into a tissue box and fell onto the floor from the top of my desk.
It's good.
And now she saw me looking at her and she's doing the feared pose, and now she's on the back of my chair. Both my keyboards are locked, so that when she walks on them, nothing will happen. Hopefully.
I've joked about this previously, but she could literally be eating your eyeballs, and like you're like, yeah, she's currently digesting my ocular nerves, and that would just be cute to me.
Yeah, you'd be, aw.
I'd be like, oh, she's so hungry. What a hungry little baby cat.
Yeah, and I finally went grocery shopping after a month. Not because I'm social distancing that hard, but because I just got used to not going to the grocery store, and then it was hard to go again.
Yeah.
So I was very, very out of food for like 4 days and just kind of didn't really eat. But now I'm.
You make a lot of bread.
No, because I just thought like, oh, I'm going today, and then stuff kept happening where I didn't go.
What did you subsist off of? Trail mix.
Yeah, not really. I made like I thawed out like a pizza dough, but it wasn't really fit to be used as a pizza dough, so I tried to make it into like a focaccia, but it didn't work. I didn't need it enough. But now I'm stocked up.
Hell
all
yeah.
good. I got cookies, I got ice cream, I got tons of meats, grains, peanut butter. But I think they're having trouble with yeast, so whenever I tell my mom I am low on something or could use something, she gets me a lifetime supply of it.
Nice.
So I didn't know you could purchase a pound of yeast.
No fucking way.
A whole pound.
That's gonna go bad long before you use even half of it.
Yeah, probably. I put it in the fridge. I think it lasts longer if it's in there. I don't know. Maybe I could freeze some of it.
Yeah, I typically freeze it if it's like a larger amount of yeast.
Yeah, I should do that. But yeah, it's just like a solid block, like airtight container, and just a pound. And the back of the thing it says for industrial use only, not for resale. So someone's got some fucking black market yeast out there, and they're selling it to moms.
Where your mom's on the black market.
Yeah.
She's the one that's actually fucking, rolling the nickels, dude.
Which, respect.
So I live in a major city, which means that coronavirus is over.
Yeah.
And I can just go places now.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats. I went and ate out for the first time in like 2 months.
Nice. You known her for a while, or just like a kind of a...
Oh, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
one-time-
No, come on. Yeah, I've known somebody for a while that I'm going down. That's fucking funny. No, I went out for barbecue for my friend's birthday, and we sat down and we're like, wait a minute, this isn't normal. Which I take onus with people talking about the new normal. Which is that social programming? I'm not okay. I guess I am a conspiracy person now. But I was holed up in my apartment for 2 months, so I am now a conspiracy nut.
Yeah.
But to me, the new normal thing seems so artificial, and everybody glommed on to that same phrase so hard.
I don't even know what that. I feel like there's been 18 new normals. Like, isn't that just a generic phrase that people use when things have changed?
Yeah, but we acknowledge that this is a temporary change, right? It's not like, I mean, obviously, given the fact of the way that things are now, like it wasn't permanent. So I don't know why this would be the new normal.
Well, it's the new normal for a while, and then we get a new normal.
Oh, okay. I liked the old new normal, not so much the new normal or the new normal. There's like a sweet spot that exists. If only I could turn back time and go back and relive one of the old new normals.
The sweetest normal.
Okay, so speaking of conspiracy things, this is completely unrelated to anything, and it's something that is so over and done, but I don't give a fuck. Was Jeffrey Epstein a sleazecore icon? Was he? Did he have?
You're asking if he had drip?
Yeah,
and the answer is absolutely yes.
That guy had the drip.
Yeah, no, I've seen the jacket. I've seen the sweatpants. Yeah, no, he was.
That dude was drippy as hell, dude. It was oozing that sleazecore fucking game.
Absolutely. There's way better than this. I mean, come on.
No, but like look at him. Look at that guy knows that he could abduct children and rape them if he wanted to, and will be doing so soon.
Mm-hmm.
You could just see it in his face. It's like he's unstoppable. I need to channel that Jeffrey Epstein energy. The energy, not so much the actions, I suppose. But like, look at that man. Who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna tell him no?
He was styling out of control. You gotta hand it to him.
Yeah, for sure. There's one of him in a Harvard like sweatshirt or something, and it's just like this, like everybody else is in like business suits, and he's just in this fucking hoodie, and he's just like killing that shit. It's crazy. I'm gonna steal that look for sure. But anyway, that's just something I've been thinking about. Again, not that Jeffrey Epstein matters anymore in the wake of everything else that's happened in the past year. But yeah, just I saw an image of him recently. Oh, look at that jacket! He's killing that shit. Oh, the uppercoat. Oh my god, who's gonna stop that man? Only he. In the end, the only person that could stop Jeffrey Epstein was himself. I'm convinced he would have gotten away with it.
And he did. He committed suicide.
He would have gotten away with it. I think he could have gotten off. Who's going to tell this guy no?
If it weren't for those meddling kids.
Yep. Speaking of meddling kids, good segue. I watched Scoob, which is the newest...
Oh yeah, isn't there a new? I've only seen one frame of it, and it was when you can see Velma's bra. Or wait, not Velma. Was it Daphne?
Daphne is the
which one is the whore?
That would be Daphne.
Okay, yeah, I think you see Daphne's honkers.
So first of all, we have a strange relationship with the Scooby-Doo franchise, and that we've seen the recent Scooby-Doo output. We've watched.
Well, recent. That was like 8 years ago. Yeah. I
guess so. Yeah, but that's probably pretty much par for the course for what the Scooby-Doo franchise is at this point. So I'm not going to say that I have any sort of reverence for Scooby-Doo. It's just an icon that has been around for 50 years or whatever at this point. And it's varies in quality wildly, but I can't believe that they didn't even bother using any of the stuff that makes Scooby-Doo. They completely threw out the formula and didn't even try to use any of the formula.
It broke new ground.
It's just tragically generic, and like I can't believe I was just aching for some sort of mystery, because like
it wasn't even a mystery.
No, no, there wasn't. It's basically just like an Avengers movie. Like there's like a space laser that happens at one point, and they got MacGuffins. They introduced this superhero character that I looked up, and it was like a Hanna-Barbera property in like the 70s.
Yeah.
and they just basically tag along with him. And by they, I mean it's only Scooby and Shaggy. The gang split up for the entire movie, so you miss out on that dynamic. Whatever that's worth, of course. But
I mean, was it at least better than that weird Family Guy Scooby Doo we watched?
No, definitely not.
Oh man,
Definitely not. No, this is way worse.
That's rough.
This is a rough watch for sure. It's like it starts with this like super saccharine, overly sentimental intro that is like the foundation of the gang, and then the whole rest of the movie, the gang is split up, and like they have to go get these skull. It's basically like the Justice League movie.
Oh,
like I would say it's the Justice League movie of fucking Scooby-Doo movies.
I know Justice League is like, so it was just like way too straightforward and like kind of nothing happens. Weird.
Right. Yes, that is exactly it. And they have to go get MacGuffins, and they do. And then there's this like eye-searing, impossible to really grab onto action sequences that are happening. They're just like, I was counting at some points, and I'm like, none of the Scooby-Doo characters have been on the screen for like a minute. And it's just like all of these other characters that they introduced in this movie are talking. And it's, again, I don't know why my expectations were really low and they still somehow didn't meet it. It was ridiculous.
You know, they just make those for 28-plus-year-old people every few years just to cash in on people going
to share
oh my gosh, I remember my kids. Check out this new kids. Come on, dude.
I read the reviews. I went on the Rotten Tomatoes to see what people thought.
Yeah.
Real critics don't. I say real critics. Professional critics don't even try anymore. And the fake like fan reviews are just like sub third grade reading level kind of criticism. It's just amazing. But yeah, they're talking about like I finally get to share my childhood with my kids, and it's like this is nothing like the Scooby-Doo of your childhood.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you'd also have a way better time just fucking spinning up one of those like original 1969 episodes. You know, like it's gonna be better. You know, I don't know.
Kids might not want to watch it though. I guess I don't know.
Kids will watch anything.
What? No, they don't like old stuff.
What else we got? That's basically it. I've been thinking about ways to rebrand anime. I'm gonna make anime cool.
Wait, cool where now?
I'm gonna make it cool. Like chicks are gonna like guys that are into anime.
No, I don't want that. You don't need that.
So,
you don't need that.
Hold on.
Don't do this.
Check this out.
Whatever. No.
Slamine. Slamime.
Slamime?
I'm gonna try to find a way to get slam into anime, because slamming can mean a lot of things.
Is it like those Disney bumpers, blam, where they play old cartoons and then add sound effects and the guy goes, "Whoa, blam!"
Yeah, Evangelion. The fucking Shinji's gonna be doing dabs, and it's gonna have Fortnite dances. No, it's slam is a word that evokes masculinity, because you can be slamming Bruce, you can be slamming Poon, or it could be slamming dudes onto the mat when you're wrestling.
True.
So like slamming. You gotta help me get it though, because I think it's slamine.
I don't want it. Wait, is it slanime or slamine?
I can't figure out which way works best.
Well, slanime doesn't have the word slam in it.
I know, this is the thing that I've run into.
But
slamime is really that's
slamine sounds like you're laminating slammy, like salami. So I don't.
Yeah, it's a work in progress for sure. But I'll come back with updates, and I'll try it out on some girls, where I'll tell them like, yeah, slamime.
I'm into slamine. Oh, you're into what? What the fuck? And then you do the Men in Black flashy thing, and then you're like, I'm into slamime. Which one did I say the first time?
And you do it again. Yeah, you just keep going until it works. You end up in an endless cycle where you keep trying different variations until you're trapped forever in this conversation that you can't get out of, because the only way to get out of it is to adequately convey how cool it is, how rad it is to watch anime. and it's impossible. Actually, you can't do it.
I mean, yeah, you could just have enough confidence to just say that you like anime, probably, but neither of us have it. So.
Yeah, I just don't bring it up.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
would actively pretend like I didn't know what it was. Would you? That's always been my plan.
It depends. Like, if a girl's like, yeah, I'm watching this, and it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm into this too. I don't go too deep right away. You know, I try to, if I'm going to keep it in a Netflix core kind of area, if they're into it, and otherwise, if they're not into it, there's literally no reason to talk about it. Because what are you going to do? Make them watch anime? I don't think so. You want to know what's going on with them anyway. You want to know what's happening in their lives.
Well, you want them to tell you. You don't really want to know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is all part of the grand sort of scheme to dupe them into thinking that you care.
I love tricking women into thinking things.
Yeah. I can't wait for the ultimate ruse, which is going to be like a 10-year-long marriage, where like I trick this girl into thinking that I'm like in love with her or something, and then like she's the mother of my children, and then I'll go through that whole thing, and like we're gonna have kids, and they'll be like 8 and 6 or something, and then I'll be like, psych, I never loved you, and then I'll leave.
Punked reboot. This time we're going all the way.
It's a Richard Linklater style 12-year-long.
Yeah, the boyhood of Punked.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is there a Guinness World Record for longest prank?
Oh my god.
Or longest plank? No, come on.
This anime podcast is definitely up there. I'm gonna get to the end and reveal I never watched any of these shows.
Prank World Records, recordsetter.com.
Most banana peels slipped on.
Okay, there's not that many prank related world records on recordsetter.com, but there are 5. Most questions asked during a drive-through visit. How many do you think you could get in?
Me?
Yeah.
Unlimited.
Dude,
unlimited.
Realistically.
Sure. I could get 10. 10,
okay.
I can get 10. Yeah, I can get 10. Like, okay. So because you just have to go over the order again and again and again. You know, it's like if you get a 5 meal order going, you could definitely 10's easy actually.
Yeah, no, 10 is really easy because like you can ask I figure 5 questions about the food, then you can ask 5 questions about like what's on drinks. It and like drinks and sauces, things on the side. Yeah. Then you can ask some questions about like maybe food allergies, tolerance things.
What is the record?
Record is 85 questions.
If it was over 100, I was going to call bullshit. But I think 85, you could, if you found the most patient Taco Bell worker on the planet, you could probably make it happen.
Most times, what is this? Most times getting a Mattress World employee to say mattress on a phone call.
That's good.
How many times do you think?
58.
Only 24.
Okay. These are modest world records. These are dubious.
But like people are gonna try to avoid saying mattress after they said it 20 times, you know. So you really have to kind of force them in creative ways.
You just have to get the right person. That's all.
What's this one? These people who doing these look young, so I don't trust them. But most consecutive times to call someone and have them say hello without saying anything. Couldn't you just do that
5.
forever?
5.
Oh, is it one person they're calling, I guess?
Yeah. I'm gonna guess
5. Apparently 15. I don't know.
Oh wow. How long is consecutive? What's the the length of time between these calls?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. So
is pranking dead? pranking doesn't really have. Most pranks now are just vicious attacks.
Yeah,
I find.
YouTube kind of ruined the pranking thing.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I just pranked this dude by fucking knocking him out.
Most questions asked at a KFC drive-through specifically is 70 questions.
Not quite there. They were going for it, and they were pretty close to achieving the ultimate goal of just every drive-through, but they only have the specific one.
Mm-hmm.
Are these all about the same person?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
But the last one is apparently longest prank call, 43 minutes. I feel like prank call is so loosely defined that it's like if you just like talk to your friend about your that you haven't seen in a while about your lives for like 2 hours, and then you're like, by the way, pranks. Yeah, I don't know if that whatever.
You remember that time? I was just thinking about this particularly good pizza joint that is in your area.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the time that we went to the anime convention and went and did a bang bang with Five Guys and that pizza joint, which was easily the most satisfied I've ever been in my entire life.
That wasn't the same time. You're combining two different nights, but okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
The time that you went to both of those restaurants was a totally different time than the time we stopped by Joe's.
Oh,
from the
really?
Convention. Yeah, no. Connor was there when you went to both of them. Connor never went to.
How did I combine those? I was also recalling the time that I made a left out of that lot that pizza joint was in, and then went into oncoming traffic, which makes it minimum 2 times that I've driven in oncoming traffic with you in the car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would say that one of those is excusable.
Which one?
I would say the on ramp in Japan.
That median in near the pizza place is hard to. It's way out there. That one I feel like is understandable, whereas you just assumed. Well, I mean that's.
It seems like an on ramp that would be like a one-way type thing, and it was like a 2-car on ramp or something. But no, that was a 2-way street.
Yeah, I guess that was really before we figured out the. I feel like we should have known what the lines meant at that point. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, see, I flipped through the guidebook and didn't retain any of it. I'm like, all right, give me the keys, fuckwit, let's get it.
Let's go.
Anyway. All right, that's all I got.
Yeah, there's your
anecdote minute.
Mm-hmm.
Smirnoff is good as fuck.
It's just drink some Smirnoff. It's the latest installment in the summer of good, I'm gonna call it.
Yeah. I'm down with that. That's a good name. It's catchy.
Yeah. So I will get the last episode uploaded soon, I promise. I've just been busy. But yeah, busy neglecting this cat. She just dragged her toy over to me and is now looking up at me with big eyes.
Have you gotten the chance to play with this cat? Do you play with the cat a lot?
I play with her. I haven't like in the last week, but I played with her today, hoping to tire her out for the podcast. But she was not satisfied.
Yeah, I would just spend all day on the ground rolling around with the kitty if I had a kitty. I can't wait to do that next time I come up. But anyway, it's the summer of good. I watched. Up until this point, we've done 2 episodes, which is I watched a show, and then you watched a movie and a half, and then now I've watched another show, which is one that I found on my computer, totally legit Blu-ray files that I ripped off of my legal Blu-ray copy of this anime from 2012.
That's probably right after I watched it. Yeah. And I told you to watch it.
And then I downloaded it. Ripped it in 2012, and I've only just now watched it after 8 fucking years. This has been a long time coming.
Well, hey, that's why you kept it. You knew you would watch it eventually.
It's true.
So hoarding vindicated.
Yes.
So I remember. I remember being in high school, probably in the cafeteria, and telling you that you should watch Tatami Galaxy. In probably sometime in 2012.
Yeah, it would be.
And here we are.
We made
world superstars, And
I thought it
we're
was much more important to watch it free.
finally returning to our roots. Watch it free.
Yeah, I thought it was much more important to watch free.
I did not tell you
No.
to watch free.
I know, I see, because I took your recommendation. And
Oh, you
ignored
were
it.
like, I'm gonna watch free. I'm gonna watch Did you watch 2 seasons of Free?
I did. I watched
All right.
both seasons. Actually, I think there are 3 and then some movies now. But anyway,
You didn't watch the third though.
no, I didn't watch the 3rd season of Free. No.
Oh.
I'll catch up on it. I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, that's next. Coming
That'll
up
be
next in the Summer of Good.
Summer of Good is the 3rd season of Free.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. It's 26 episodes. I'm gonna say it's like you've never seen K-On!, right?
Not the second season.
Okay, the 2nd season. Okay, gotcha. All right. Anyway, we watched this is Tatami Galaxy.
You watched Tatami Galaxy.
You at one point have previously watched Tatami Galaxy.
I have seen Tatami Galaxy. Yojohan Shinwa Taikei, the least Japanese sounding title of any anime possibly.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That's how you know it's smart, is because it doesn't have words I recognize. I guess the Japanese title is 4.5 Tatami Mythological Chronicles.
That's an adequate summation of the show.
I think the Tatami Galaxy is a better title. Yeah, it's more. You're filling out your Yuasa
Yeah.
repertoire back into Yuasa. So yeah, 2010. It's based on a novel, something called a campus novel. I guess that's a novel whose main action is set in and around the campus of the university. That's specific.
That is specific. I don't know if I could name another one. I guess I could think of like Norwegian Wood, but that even deviates and goes outside the campus. Also, this goes way outside of a campus.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the same author. This is Tomihiko Morimi. They wrote The Eccentric Family. Oh, and Penguin Highway? Is that a book? I guess that's a book. Oh yeah. That's wild. So yeah, then they made an anime, and it's directed by Yuasa.
Yes.
So it is Madhouse.
Yes.
And widely considered, it was it goes through sort of the hipster. It went through the hipster sort of ringer where it was underrated masterpiece, gem, greatest of all time, and then it was hipster trash, and now it is 2020. I am forgotten.
No,
it's not really forgotten.
No, it's. I'm sure there was a brief period of time where there were a lot of people that defined themselves based on liking Tatami Galaxy, and it was their gospel. This seems like that type of thing.
Yeah.
This is a Yuasa work. It bears more similarities to Mind Game than it does to something like Ping Pong.
Probably.
And yeah, basically it's a show about main character who we don't get his name, I don't think.
He's just referred to as Watashi.
And a cast of other characters like Ozu, who is this kind of devious, troublemaking motherfucker who's just a real bastard.
Mm-hmm. Snake tongue guy, right?
Yeah, and the protagonist seems to blame him for as the source of all of his issues. And then there's Akashi, who is this engineering student who's very blunt. And then there's just a kooky cast of characters, and each episode is basically a different, or at least this is the structure towards the beginning of the show because it starts to deviate, is the main character relives or has another opportunity to go through college, and he's pursuing, he keeps wishing to go back and redo it all over again and have a perfect rose-tinted version of the college experience, because he keeps getting into these crazy misadventures, and he loathes it because he wants to have basically a perfect college life where he falls in love with the women of his dreams and is like a social butterfly and basically lives what he perceives to be the ideal life. And so at the end of every episode, or up until a certain point, you literally get the image of a clock rolling back time so that he can go through and experience everything again. And things that are continuous throughout all the episodes are these characters, and they are pretty much the same or have the same characteristics through each episode. So he goes through a number of clubs where he's in like a cycling club or a filmmaking club, and gets into these crazy situations and circumstances. And it's rather obvious, and the show does not hide or care about the fact that it is obvious that the point of the show is that you can't just live your life reflecting on missed opportunities or perceived missed opportunities, because you only got the one go at it, whereas like the by the end of the show, the main character is in a place where he's stuck in this endless series of is basically his room or like his apartment, and he's trapped in an endless series of the same apartment, and he's forced to like go through and look at how he could have lived in these different lives, and he's stuck in here for weeks or just an indescribable amount of time before he makes the decision to accept whatever circumstance he had on the outside world, because it's worth it just to go out there and live. It's a pretty familiar theme, and it's very similar to stuff that you would see in, like you previously mentioned, that it's a similar theme to Mind Game, which is a movie about folks who get trapped inside of a whale, and their crazy, insane dreams and stuff.
It seems like he kind of went back and sort of expanded on, or at least revisited a lot of the themes of Mind Game, which theme of Mind Game was basically about how choices how what effect they can have, and how they can change your future, and
right.
Sort of pondering that. So
so Tatami Galaxy, I find, it is first of all of the misadventures are really entertaining. It's an entertaining show, and like that's, as the viewer, I think within the first few episodes you get it. You get the point. And it becomes increasingly excruciating by design that the main character does not understand. And the reason he can't understand is because he keeps getting set back to the beginning, and it's this dramatic irony that we as a viewer have already learned this lesson over and over again, but he cannot, because he's trapped in that loop,
Now I don't remember exactly, but was the loop literal, or like was that just like, was there any reason to believe that was literally happening in universe, or is it just like, here's a bunch of ways this guy's life could have gone?
So there is a motif of a clock and a rewind that happens, like a VHS style rewind, where it rewinds all of the actions of the episode back to the beginning at the end of every episode.
Yeah, but that could be sort of metaphorical, right?
Sure. And then at the end, when he's going through all these different tatami rooms, he's looking into the lives that he could have led at other points. Like he's looking into the lives that he led throughout every episode.
Yeah.
But each one of them. So, but by the end, he's like, all of these lives look like so much fun, or all of these lives look like so much fun. And Ozu, the demonic, just this motherfucker, he's like, that guy. It seems like if that guy was my friend, we would have had a really good time, It's, again, I like how straightforward it is. It gets out there, and it goes to pretty crazy places dealing with like fate and just the circumstances themselves are insane, where at one point he's working his way up through a cult in order to get to speak to this woman that he's only seen once, because he's so set on this goal of meeting this perfect dream girl that he's willing to throw 2 years of his life away in this kind of pyramid scheme deal. And it's very straightforward in that way, but his style, Masaki Yuasa's style, is so on point and so sharp the entire time. Like he really, every episode is just delightful to watch from like a visual standpoint, and all of the circumstances, while ridiculous, are entertaining and go on to reinforce the main theme. But I'm trying to think of what else. It's just like, it tells you exactly what it's about in the last 2 episodes, which I don't really mind personally. That's something that can be a little bothersome, but Yuasa, for whatever reason, is this sort of wizard where like, I'll just forgive him for doing that because he's made it entertaining the whole time. It's not like he's hiding it at any point. It's not like it's like a reveal or like a theme drop, you know. It's just, that's what the show was always about. So the idea of explaining it doesn't seem cheap to me, you know.
Yeah, and I like it was the last 2 or 3 episodes. You find out what the Tatami Galaxy is, and that's cool. Where it gets all crazy.
It's like a cube type situation where he's just stuck in this endless series of tatami rooms, and I'm glad that they created the formula so that they could deviate from it, or Yuasa did rather. Where I like that the first 3 or so episodes are this very concrete. He goes down a different path, doing a different club, and then when he starts to break from that, it's this kind of shake up. And it gets your brain going where it's like, okay, what kind of circumstance are we in here? Like the first time that they deviated from that and it became less about the clubs and more about the women specifically, I was thrown for a loop and I kind of had to get my bearings again, which was a lot of fun. Not that it's like a particularly, you get a handle on it pretty quickly, but it's a fun roller coaster going on there. And that's also one of my favorite arcs in the show is this series of episodes where he's in love with 3 different women who he has the opportunity to be with any of them, you know, at the same time, but he's so driven by his goal to have a singular pure love that he basically idealizes each woman throughout the course of each episode. One thing I really loved is this recurring theme of a porcelain girlfriend, or like one of his friends has a doll as girlfriend that he tends to religiously, you know. And the main character falls in love with this doll in one episode, and it's this idea of like idealizing women, because the show is about, you know, not looking back on your life and regretting individual choices, but more so specifically like the relationships that you have. And the main character falls in this trap of fetishizing perfection or expecting perfection from like a lover or something, and that it really manifests itself in that episode where he's in love with a non-sentient, perfect doll, basically.
It's like that poem, the road less path less. It's like that. Gearhead in the chat.
Oh shit!
How has the apocalypse been treating you? I have a pound of yeast now. I'm set. I'm gonna grow a little. Can make an ant farm with yeast.
I'm doing great, man.
Watch them crawl around.
I'm doing great, man. I've been pounding this slamame.
I bet there's a convention called that.
SlamCon.
That's a wrestling.
Yeah, it could be
that's
wrestling.
WWE. Yeah.
I think it's.
I'll see you at SlamCon.
Oh wait, they can take that. Call me up. I'll write you a deal for SlamCon. You got obviously the XFL didn't work out super great.
Wait, hold on. I'm seeing a Reddit thread here. SlamCon party? Anyone been to a previous one? So my friend told me about SlamCon. This appears to be some kind of general, like, nerd convention. Last year it was at a bowling alley with free games and had an open bar. This year it's at East Village Tavern and Bowl, 930 Market Street, San Diego, 9 p.m. This is 6 years ago. This is 2013.
Slam. So is it wrestling?
Dude, I don't know. It doesn't even say.
At SlamCon on. Okay.
One of SlamCon's last tweets is the tweet is retweet, spread it like a virus, and it's a picture.
Oh no!
It's a picture of a poster for 12 Monkeys.
Spread it like a virus. They knew.
Sci-fi. Why is SlamCon advertising sci-fi programming blocks? What is going on?
I geek, therefore I slam. That's pretty fucking good. I'm staying on that. Okay, SlamCon 2019, Tarrant County College.
Wait, really? Where's 20? I guess 2020 is probably might have run into some trouble.
Oh, this is slam poetry. I don't have anything to do with slam.
Oh.
SlamCon at SDCC, still cool, still happening.
Why is this an r/Comic-Con then?
What is one of the best parties? It's a free, all-inclusive party to everyone. Wait, so it's just
like a party at Comic-Con, I think.
San Diego Comic-Con? That's lame. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, Gearhead. That's good. That's good that you have job security. I don't have a job, which has this kind of security of its own.
Hey, no stress.
I'm actually in a place where I'm working. I'm back to working again, but I'm working just enough to where I can't collect unemployment benefits.
You could do fraud.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was going to look into fraud and just see.
I'm going to just read up on the literature on fraud.
Well, I'm sure there are people online who know exactly how to fucking create fraudulent unemployment claims. I would just have to not report income or shift some of my income around a little bit so that I was only making income 1 week instead of 2 weeks.
Get paid in guns and ammo. And you no taxes on that.
The Texas way.
Yeah.
My gun hasn't shipped yet. I bought a gun and it hasn't shipped.
I have a job, but I don't like I'm at my computer all day, but I'm kind of procrastinating until like 7 p.m. and then I do the work I have to do, and then I go to bed. So I'm kind of always working, but also kind of not.
See, that's perfect. So that's like a constant state of anxiety because you're worrying about the work.
Anxiety all the time. I don't get to do anything.
Yeah, because like the time
besides browse the web,
should be working, you are procrastinating, and then the time that you usually spend on leisure, you spend working. And yeah, no, I've been there. It's a horrible nightmare existence. That's what it's like anytime I edit any project ever. It's like I start work at like 3 p.m. and then I work until 9, and it's like, well, I got to go to bed so I can get up early tomorrow and get to work. And then I get up early, and then I procrastinate until 3. I feel you.
And I know I can't change, so it's just gonna be like this.
Yeah.
Forever.
You need to start
until I have to drive into work.
You should abuse study drugs.
I am way ahead of you there. It turns out, no, it doesn't make you want to work.
This dude Gearhead's bragging about how awesome his life is. No, I'm happy for you, Gearhead. You've been saving $600 a month on not having to commute. Pretty fucking rad. Have you been watching anything?
Fuck this happy guy in our chat. I'm demoting you. What's the opposite of making someone a mod? Can I make someone a peasant?
You're uninvited to SlamCon.
No SlamCon for you.
I know it's an open party that anybody's invited to, but you don't get to come. But tell us something to watch, Gearhead, because we don't get to enjoy stuff.
It's the summer of good. We're calling the shots now.
That's true. We're taking back the means of production. What else we got going on in this Tatami galaxy?
It's the main thing I remember. I don't remember much about Tatami Galaxy. I remember the cowboy is his pee-pee.
Yes, Johnny the cowboy penis.
Johnny. I guess Johnny is
Japanese euphemism.
I think that's like a slang for pee-pee, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I remember him being funny. And I remember okay, so let's listen. We gotta address the elephant in the room here. My man talks fast.
Oh, I don't know how I didn't bring this up yet. That was my takeaway every previous time I tried to start this, because I've tried to start this show like 3 times, and every time I started, I get like 5 minutes in, and I'm like, I don't have the attention span for this right now. And this time I was obligated to.
It's not even an attention span thing. It's just like, oh, I have to rewind this every 10 seconds to see what the fuck you just said.
Yeah. But I'm halfway into reading a very, very long book. So making a lot of progress while reading is nice to me, because that's a foreign concept to me over these past 2 or 3 months, is reading something and feeling like I'm making some sort of dent in what I'm consuming. But yeah, this guy talks really fucking fast.
A lot of narration. It seems like they like they tried to get everything from the book in, kind of like in Monogatari, except they didn't have 80 episodes to do that, so they had 11, so they just put it all in anyways.
They made a stylistic decision.
Yeah, an artistic choice.
I love it. I think it adds a lot of character to it, and also I'm not, at a certain point, I stopped being so concerned if I missed individual lines, because like a lot of the stuff that's really fast speaking is repetition across the first few episodes, where it's like repeating the same, like, this is Ozu, he's a bastard, I'm looking for a raven-haired maiden, like that kind of stuff. There's a movie that's a spiritual sequel to this that I would love to watch for the Summer of Good. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the night is short. Walk on, girl. That came out recently.
2017.
Yeah, I heard it was okay. I don't know if it's like this. Is it the same universe? It's like a spiritual success, but I feel like it's even closer than, I don't know.
It's a series. It's a story that happens at the same university at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this made me think a lot about. Those Japanese people are very angsty about those college years, because I read Norwegian Wood, and that book is another book about I'm in love with multiple girls and it's driving me crazy. Oh my god. I'm not really investing as much time as I should. It seems like Japanese authors have a hard time in college, actually, now that I think about it. Which I dig, but really,
I mean, Japanese high school sounds rough, so yeah, college must be a fucker over there.
Yeah, it's probably because they don't have any weed. If they had weed in college, I feel like they'd be just fine.
Yeah, it's because they would drop out.
Hell yeah.
They would just not finish.
Yeah, well, not everybody needs to finish college, especially these authors.
Yeah, they're already writing books. You graduated from college if you wrote a book.
Right. Yeah, I guess I wish I had more to say about this. I do. It's like it's very explicit about the thing that it is. It tells you exactly what it is at the end.
Mm-hmm. I've heard it described as a quarter life crisis anime.
Makes sense.
If you're a college boy and you're feeling things about anxiety about your future, it's like, hey, this is about that.
Yeah, I enjoyed this.
Except when I watched it, I was like junior or senior in high school, and I wasn't thinking about that because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna have to worry about this because I'm just going to kill myself before I have to deal with any of it. But then it turns out I probably should have listened. Probably should have paid attention.
Yeah, I am a big dick stud, and I fuck pussy on the reg.
Yes.
And crush that shit.
Slam.
I don't have to slamming.
Summer of Slam.
Yeah, I'm slamming and jamming in the Slam Con. But I am incapable of worrying about my future or having concerns about my own well-being, and I'm driven purely by
My sexual
id,
lust.
by id. Yeah, I'm a creature of pure id. So things like being concerned that I'm wasting my life don't cross my mind. But,
It's that Pepe green text. Just stop caring. I've been thinking about that more and more. You have to just stop caring. It's really important. It's I've gone back and forth, but I think it's definitely right. You have to stop caring about everything.
Well, there you can have brief instances of caring.
No.
Or directed caring. If you have like an ambition, you have to then get rid of the fact that you have to get rid of all of the other cares. Because it's like I started a business, and it's like it sounds way more lofty than it actually is, but it's like if I cared a lot about other things, that would distract me from that thing.
Well, it's not that type of caring where you just want to do something, but stop caring about just don't care. Just do, yeah. Pure id again.
Yeah, it's like why are you worrying about that, bro? It's like, you don't want to go through life just hurting people, so you have to put in like that level of care.
No,
but
absolutely not.
No,
just
let it happen.
Your subconscious will take care of that. It won't hurt anyone if you're a good person. Just stop caring.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Can you hear that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my cat.
Big time. Can you
know the little porcelain caps on the sides of the bottom of toilets?
Yeah, of course.
My cat has grabbed one and is now pushing it like an air hockey puck around my kitchen floor.
Oh, that's good.
Little fucker.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you. God damn it.
I don't know. I've kind of got it figured out where it's like if I can't really get it together by like 28, I'm literally just gonna go be a hermit and write. That just sounds super appealing to me. It's like, how much money do I need to live in the woods for 3 years? Really?
Wow, yeah. As usual, we're on the same page because I've all but consigned to just dedicating myself to saving up enough money to become a total recluse. Not for writing, just so that I don't have to deal with these people. I'm tired of being caught in the tangle of their lives.
Yeah, I just want to, like, again, if I can't get my primary ambition to work, I have a fallback plan that is also quite lofty.
Black plan?
Oh God!
No, the FBI is now monitoring this podcast.
It's always up with the black. To me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always up. I support black.
Yeah.
Black matters. But
Black affairs.
Yes. I for one am up with black affairs.
Whatever happened to Family Matters? What about those, huh?
Family Ties.
Oh.
All in the family.
No, Family Matters was a show.
Family Guy.
You can't trick
Peanut Butter Jelly Time. Remember that? Remember?
Holy freaking crap, Lois! It's the banana from Jelly Time, from Peanut Butter Jelly Time.
It's still good.
Holy fucking shit, Lois!
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! I'm having an existential crisis. It's the banana. Wait. I remember. Did I tell you about the coworker that I had, who was? I worked in sales, and the best salesperson in the store was a man-child, and because he was a sociopath and just, I don't know. Anyway, I was working one day and I hear him having this conversation with a customer, and he's like, check out this hilarious ringtone I just got. And it's the Peanut Butter Jelly Time.
That is pretty hilarious.
And he's like, I'll send it over to you, dude. He's like, it's funny. Can you send that to me?
Was it just like horribly distorted, like just fucking 12 bit rate?
Yeah, he brought it with him from his fucking Envy or Razor phone in 2006.
From his N-Gage?
Oh my God.
Was he side talking?
Yeah. He brought it from his Matrix cell phone. what was I thinking about? Oh yeah, but like if things don't work out with what I'm trying to do, I'll just go right in the woods, and I don't even care. It doesn't even matter to me if it, like I could sell any of it.
Your your family's got land in the woods. You could actually just build. I mean, you could watch some tutorials on building log cabins. You can be ready to go in no time.
Then you got zoning laws, and they fly helicopters over that particular area to make sure you're not doing illegal logging. And they'll get you fucking good for that.
Well, I mean, what's illegal? Can you chop down like one tree a day? Is that okay?
I don't know. I'll have to reach out to my underground logging friends.
There's no way any of those guys are giving a those guys are fucking those guys are watching TikTok videos on their phone as they fly over. They're not gonna see a tree.
Did I ever tell you about that guy who got busted in my neighborhood for having a huge pot field in his backyard, which he didn't know was there?
Your current neighborhood?
No, this is my neighborhood that I grew up in.
Oh wow.
My hilariously Italian neighbor. My hilariously
try to pretend it was oregano.
My hilariously Italian firefighter neighbor, who his kids when they were in high school planted a pot field, and when they
what kind of country is this where you can't even fucking grow your own marijuana dicio? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just having a bit of spice for the pasta.
Was he that kind of Italian, or was he just like actually foreign Italian?
No, he was definitely that kind of Italian.
Oh, okay.
He was
wearing
like
gold chains.
He was 5'4", 5'4", and very tan.
He was fucking Somalian looking.
He was fucking awesome. He's a great guy. I had to kill some fucking coyotes one summer. And I went over to my parents' shotguns were not in a state where I could use them, and they wouldn't have been more powerful enough anyway because they were like 410s or something. So I went over to his place.
He has a Tommy gun.
Here's a 10 gauge, and I'm like, okay, sweet. And I hadn't fired a shotgun in like 5 years.
Go fuck up those coyote dicios.
Well, he's like, here's a coyote call, and like he fucking. And
it's a cannoli.
And bada bing. So he was really into showing me. He's like, yo, I just had this new countertop put in. Get a load of this countertop. Isn't this beautiful? I'm like, yes, Lou. It is very beautiful. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful countertop. But anyway, it's salvage wood. I'm telling you, you go down to the wood supply, they got all this wood that people are just throwing away. But so I fucking pulled his shotgun out, and he gave me ammo for it, and I pulled the trigger, and the thing nearly fucking ripped my head off because again, I totally underestimated how powerful this thing was, and it was. I cannot.
Shotgun. Yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous, and would have been complete overkill for killing any coyotes if I actually saw any. I felt so useless.
So powerful.
We never saw the coyotes again, but I couldn't fucking.
Yeah, scared them off with the noise. Yeah, smelled.
But I think I might have done. But yeah, like I waited, like in a tree blind near their nest for them to come out, and they never did, or their den, and they never did. Where was I?
Apparently, my mom's got a family of 4 fox babies who wrestle in the street with each other every day.
Can't be having. I guess
it's adorable.
She has cats. Are they indoor or outdoor?
They're indoor. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
The foxes are all under her shed, though.
Yeah, like it can't be. That shit wouldn't fly in my neighborhood.
Oh.
We should be gone. Well, because I got fucking dogs.
Oh, you got foxes, really?
Oh yeah. You can't. My little one would get torn up. Little pussy dog, and he would definitely go start some shit too.
You let him out by themselves.
Well, the big one is no longer with us, unfortunately. The golden, but you would just you should be able to let your dog run around your property.
Yeah. You're right.
Anyway, what are we talking about? Oh, the woods. Oh, ambitions for the woods. It's like, again, that's a backup plan, but even I feel like for a lot of people that would be like their first plan too. So like really. When you look at it,
you'd be surprised. I don't know. Not that many people want to live in cities, man. Like,
I think we could pretty much say at this point that the city experiment failed.
I mean, people aren't going to care. Like, they're just going to. Like they're still gonna live. They're not gonna go to the woods. They're like people I talk to. They just like think closer to city is better because there's more stuff to do, more things.
Which I'm currently living in a city, and I love living in a city because I like to do thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm also just as happy not doing thing and being by myself. This is a weird thing where it's like I haven't ever been in a long-term relationship because I just like being by myself so fucking much. It's so good.
Pretty nice.
I just like I've been on the precipice. I've had a number of times where I could have attached myself to somebody, and I'm like, but then I'd lose a whole lot of just being Ethan time. So I guess the point is you're supposed to find somebody that you can just be yourself around, but then they want to talk.
bro.
But they just want to talk and stuff. And it's like, sometimes I don't want to talk. Sometimes I just want to take a bath for 3 hours. Sometimes I just want to watch 3 hours of in-range TV videos in the bathtub. You know, and I don't want to. But like a good friend of mine who I love, we've played Call of Duty with him. I think you played with him a couple times. He lives with his girlfriend, and she'll just be vacuuming and shit in the background. And I'm like, the idea of somebody vacuuming in the background while I'm trying to play Call of Duty with my bros.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
like
God.
that, someone else vacuuming for you? That sounds amazing.
But I'm playing Call of Duty with my bros.
Vacuums aren't even that loud. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, and then like they want to talk about stuff.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo, nigga.
Yeah, it's the grass is always greener, of course.
But yeah, woods. Bitch or no bitch, it's woods time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 2020 of good, and then in a woods 2021. I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, when did you get access to your cabin?
Mid-July, I'm told.
Oh fuck.
I mean, I assume Dad's gonna be using it, but yeah, I'm gonna be in that bitch as soon as possible. That's not really that isolated. That's like in a neighborhood. The neighborhood is in the middle of fucking nowhere, but it's still like there's people around. Kind of a bummer. But
yeah, I wonder what that'll do about your gun shooting prospects.
I mean, you can hunt in. That's all in like in a state forest where you can hunt in hunting season. I don't know if I don't know if people would be annoyed if I just like went into the woods and started target shooting nearby.
You've just got like a 308, and it's just loud as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you can't have silencers in that hoe ass state. So
probably not. Yeah. I was just looking at like land way upstate, just looking at plots of land, and
you can get it like reasonably cheap.
Yeah, you can get. I mean, the problem is, you want it on some kind of body of water, even if it's just like a pond. Those are a bit more expensive. I didn't know there's like 100 acres right next to your family's place that's for sale. A huge chunk of that.
Really?
Right next to that lake. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Not even for that much, I don't think. It was like $100,000 or something.
Let's see.
But I don't know.
That's all. That could be good or very worrisome.
Why is that?
Because that ground. Basically, there's a quote like a homeowners association type deal where it's a club that owns land. Like all of the people that own land in the area have a club, and then if that was to get sold, like that 100 acres was to get sold over to 10 different people, that would seriously dilute voting power.
Oh no, not voting power. Wait, you mean local voting power?
Well, voting power over can you log here? What are restrictions as far as where you can take vehicles and shit? Wow, that's actually really fucking cheap. That is really cheap. 84 acres for 120,000.
Yeah, 120K. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh, that's right up on there too.
Oh, it's right.
Who is selling? I'm gonna have to figure this out because that's not like. It looks like nobody's developed that area.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of woods.
Anyway, this is super inside baseball. But
Does it say how many acres? Not on the page I'm on, but yeah, you said 80 something. That's not bad.
But yeah, so we're definitely gonna have to watch Night is Long, Walk On Girl, and then fucking I've got a couple of movies for you to watch, which should be fun. And then we have a Raza Fun in the future coming.
Yeah, we should watch Lane.
Yeah, that'd be super easy to do, and we have no excuse. So
We have no excuse for any of these. We're clearing it out.
Yeah.
Summer of
no excuse.
Summer cleaning. Yeah.
Yep, you're cleaning cleaning out those backlogs. 8 years in the making.
I have questions.
Tatami Galaxy.
Yeah, I have questions about Tatami Galaxy because I haven't seen it in forever.
Sure, man.
What's some stuff that happens in it?
Let's see. Well, I already mentioned the one subplot or the one episode where he gets caught up in a cult.
What kind of cult was it, though?
It was like a organic healing or like organic lifestyle cult where it's like all built around beeswax. It's like you have to buy in. It's like you need to buy this much beeswax in order to move up, and like by doing that, you're going to improve your health. And when he ends up doing, there's this it's this oxymoronic or whatever type cycle where he's he in order to sustain his lifestyle, he needs to work himself near to death. So the things that are supposed to make him healthier end up making him more sick because he's working himself too much in order to keep up with that lifestyle. What else we got going on?
Here's 1,200 acres for only 1.1 million right nearby.
Easy fucking money, dude.
Easy. Invest in my coinies.
We really fucked up by neither one of us became a Bitcoin millionaire. That sucks. Can you imagine how lit that would be right now?
Yep. No, speaking of, hey, you can't. What did the show teach you?
That's true. Yeah, that is yes.
You can't do except. God damn it! Wouldn't have to do any of this shit. I'd have 1 million listeners. So much advertising.
You're in a field where you can work for 5 years and then sustain yourself for the rest of your life. So.
That's absolutely not true. Maybe if I'm actually just killing all my food and growing crops and not paying property taxes.
You're truly living off the land as a vagrant.
Can I pretend I'm Native American? They can't check that, right? Do I have to be on a
was
reservation?
Thinking about that recently. I could really. The time is now to fucking cash in on those Native American points.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any like largely uninhabited areas of like a reservation that I could just go to and just settle in, and then no one will be the wiser. I'll just be like, yeah, I am moon rhino. Oh, they don't have those. They don't have those on this continent. I am he who.
He who is trapped inside.
Yeah, it's a double meaning. It's very dark.
I
am not subject to your 19 elk per year law because I am one of the chosen peoples. I'm one of God's chosen.
You know, I figure I got to have some kicking around in me because
and the cop is like, "Oh, you're Jewish. Oh, excuse me, sir. I'll be on my way."
Well, you could definitely fake that. But
I have the nose for it.
I'm like a good percent French Canadian, and there was a lot of crossbreeding that happened there. So I think I'm probably good.
You're probably black. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I did a 23andMe. I am fucking 0.05% Libyan, so I think I'm pretty much black.
Hotep Ethan.
I feel like we've done that joke recently.
Yeah, probably. Everyone does that joke. 1% African.
Sure.
Put on the weed robe, whatever the scarf, you know.
Want a kufti.
The green, black, yellow, yeah.
Ja Rastafari, I and I okay,
not that kind of black. It's not African. Come on. How's the show end?
It ends with him.
I know he breaks out of the Tatami Galaxy and he runs to the girl, but I don't know what the reason.
He breaks out and embraces Ozu as one of his closest friends and an important person in his life. Ozu doesn't know who he is because he's not from this galaxy. Yeah. He's not from this universe. and he takes the fall for Ozu because Ozu is like he hijacked a blimp or something for like a grand romantic gesture. Because the secret twist throughout the entire show is that Ozu is not actually his compatriot as far as being a lovelorn, single college student. And Ozu has actually been in a secret relationship the whole time with the super beautiful girl that that main character is in love with.
Oh my god.
And he makes this grand romantic gesture to steal the blimp and then fly it up in the air to show her all 5 of these burning Kyoto mountains because there's like a festival going on, and he wants her to see all of the fires at once. And he gets caught and is on the lam, and then it seems like the main character takes the fall for him, but that doesn't end up having any real repercussions. And he basically assumes the position of the master, who is a character that I have not mentioned yet, which is this very funny looking monk dude with like an eggplant face. And he's you meet him in like the very first scene of the show, but he takes up that role as like the new master and lives a happy rest of his college life. And I think he's dating homegirl, Akashi.
Yeah.
For the rest of his time in college, it seems. Good end. Gets a good end.
Yes. Oh, what was I gonna say? Something about whatever.
Do you guys think that you guys meet Declan? If you lose an eye, are you just living in fear for the rest of your life that you're going to lose that other one?
Probably
like
not.
You got
no. There's
you,
plenty of things I only have one of.
I think I would never be able to get over the fact that I only had one eye left.
You only have one dick.
Yeah, but I got that shit sheathed and protected. I've got layer on layer.
I mean, the chances of you losing both eyes in separate, unrelated accidents are ridiculous.
Well, the chances of me losing one eye are pretty fucking low. But
yeah, but two would be too much.
It seems like it's fate at that point. But then again, you can't live in the past and look backward. Masaki Uwasa would want me to run blindly through life, fearless and unafraid of losing my other eye and being trapped in a dark, dark life.
Exactly. I think.
Would you rather be deaf or blind? Or are you just out skis regardless?
Deaf.
Deaf. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm looking at too much shit all the time. Always looking at things.
Yeah, you wake up every morning, you're like, damn, there's some shit I'm looking at right there.
Yeah.
Yo, I know you're constantly looking at shit. Come over and look at my new countertop. Isn't this shit wild? Get a look at this. It's a good thing you're not like my blind son who can't appreciate my awesome new countertop. Bada bing. I stole this from a building that was on fire.
My wife won't even look at this countertop. I don't know what her problem is.
There were some rumblings. There were some rumblings around the neighborhood that he would get beaten by his wife a little bit, and he couldn't smack her back. He couldn't smack her back.
I couldn't smack her back.
I love him, man. With me? Love him.
Beat up by his wife a little bit. As a treat. Oh, fuck.
He's a good guy.
Oh, shit.
Some people that think that he's getting beat up by his wife a lot.
God damn.
All right.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, he escapes from that.
There was something I was gonna say about the ending, but I don't remember what it was.
I want to try the ramen.
I remember
they go to this ramen shop. Neka Ramen Shop is a recurring motif throughout the show.
They eat a lot of ramen, yeah, and they talk a lot. They talk really fast at the ramen place.
Which it gave me a huge craving. So my birthday is later this week, and I think I'm going to go to the really good ramen place near me for my birthday.
Oh, it's a good ass ramen place.
It's pretty fucking good.
What ends up happening with that fortune? I remember the fortune teller lady because he gets his fortune told.
That's kind of an anticlimax. She's just happy that he makes the right choice in the end.
That's That's nice. She's
Yeah,
a
she's just
nice lady.
smiling. She'd just be smiling. There's the I love the kind of gotcha figures that Homegirl has. The like a little capsule. Um, Akashi has these um, trinkets that she has a set of 5 of, and she's always in every universe she loses one, and then he comes into possession of it, and all he has to do, because the thing that's dangling in front of him is this little figure that is his thread of connection, that he can just go back to her and give it back to her, and that would be a romantic gesture that's just waiting for him to do it, but he never does.
So what was Akashi's deal? What was her? Is she like is she just like kind of autistic, or is she like very intelligent, like sort of doing the stone-faced teasing him thing, like because I remember her. I can't remember if she's like Senjogahara from Monogatari, or if she's just like
She doesn't
kind of a weird like sort of like sort of dorky girl. I don't know.
she doesn't really fall into an archetype, which I like. I feel like you can try to place her while you're watching the show, and it's like, but she's very much just like her own person. She's intelligent, and she sees through the bullshit, but she's not like a manic pixie dream girl or anything. But yeah, she's just a lovely, intelligent girl. I don't think I obviously, because she's an anime girl, she's beautiful, but I don't think she's supposed to be like the most perfect, you know, idea of perfection that the other girl is, the one that he's in love with.
She's pretty cute.
But yeah, I think she's adorable. But and she's like in the engineering program or whatever. But she's not.
Oh, never mind.
She's outwardly standoffish, but she's not like a tsundere or anything. Again, I couldn't really pin her to an archetype. She's just intelligent and insightful, but keeps ending up in these crazy circumstances somehow, because she has her own motives and like her own reasons why she wants to do things, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't really pin a particular archetype on her.
Yeah.
And
And
she's cute. Come on, look at her.
yeah, I know, of course. Look at the hair. Oh, look at the poof. Poofy hair.
Yeah.
She got that penis head going on.
Oh, yo, girl, you got that penis head.
I love that. I love the penis head on a girl.
Yeah, she's got a nice blouse.
Yes,
adorable.
good fashion. Yeah, the art style is not as wild as ping pong, but it's still very fun in a sort of loose, but not totally off the rails way. Like simplistic, but also really colorful and things.
Yes, there's a lot of like monocolor sequences where it's all like, or monochromatic sequences where it's like everything is blue and all the characters are blue and the backgrounds are blue and the right things to pop. But yeah, it has a very unique look. Yeah.
Yep. Good show.
Yeah, it's excellent. Again, I obviously, because I saw it first, I probably will always have a preference for ping pong, and I think I also enjoy ping pong more because which is like you're splitting hairs over which show is better, you know. But like, if I had to quantify it, I think the reason I like ping pong so much is that it's about like the pursuit of perfection and like the pursuit of excellence, whereas this is coming to terms with mundanity or just, you know, whatever average is and not worrying about it. And like, I just kind of relate more to ping pong because I'm so fucking rad and I do dope shit all the time.
My life is dope and I do dope shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the lesson of ping pong is that you need to take charge and be a straight pimp.
Yeah, you need to fucking lay a hard rod and play ping pong real good. Smack them balls around.
All right, well, cool.
Summer of Good.
So the summer of good continues.
The next episode of the Three Weebos.
No. Dude.
We're in another universe where 3 weebos is still a thing.
No! Rewind the clock, rewind the clock.
We'll have Steven on the next one.
No! Don't promise them such... Don't titillate them with impossibilities.
Such earthly delights.
If only. Yeah, well, I think that'll about do it for this one.
I love you.
I
listener.
love each and every one of you. Yes, thank you, listener. It's weird to say that when there's only one person listening. I don't know if Gearhead's into that, man. But
kiss me.
Well, we'll see you next time. Oops. If you have suggestions, send us suggestions. Podcast at gangstopging.com. He says you too.
Mary took a dry dive from a hotel room. Bobby hung himself from the cell in the tomb. Judy jumped in front of a subway train. Eddie got split in the jugular.